Hi, friends. I'm very glad to having now in our program Maha Arayssi. She's the scientific chief officer of Beesline, and we're going to talk about uh, her company Beesline and beekeeping and the importance of bees and the solitary bees in the ecological equilibrium. Hi, Maha, how are you?
Hi, how are you, David?
Okay, so I want first of all to know a little bit about the beginnings of your company, Maha. What was the first idea that give you the fuel to begin with the Beesline?
So the first idea is that my brother and me were just have just finished our university like special graduation. He graduated as a chemist and I as a pharmacist. And then my mother had a reaction, a sensitive reaction with a cream. This cream was a very known brand and it was very expensive. So she told us, why don't you work on this? Why don't you make me, for me, a cream, a natural cream, fresh one? So we decided to move to a small apartment together, and it was ours. It was an empty one. For my dad said, you can go," and we stayed 2 full years in that kitchen. We transformed it into a lab, and we did a lot of extractions, and we did a lot of researches. Then I have two other sisters. They joined us and we began it was a passion, and we began to search and to mix ingredients. And 2 years after, we went to the dermatologist and we showed them a cream, and it was based on bee byproducts. And this cream, we could do it because bee byproducts have antibacterial and it was free from any conserving agent, and it was 100% natural. It was extremely rich in vitamins, and the doctors that we knew, like dermatologist and pediatrician, in American hospital and Hotel Dieu de France, French hospital, they tried it, and clinically, we had a very good feedback from the clinical and then from the clinical effect. And then we also sent it to France to try it also dermatologically for the sensitivity, and the result in Hôpital Saint-Louis de Paris, and the results was really very, very good. That's why we took all these and we prepared a product. We designed ourselves the package, and we used to prepare the product, to fill it, to do everything. And the feedback was extraordinary. The people saw a visible result, and it was based on it was so concentrated, it was so pure and free from any chemicals, that it gave this effect. So people began to know us, and now it's been 30 years. But 30 years, we began with one product, with the 4 persons working 6 years without anything, without thinking about any what are we going to the money that we are going to get or anything. And after 6 years, we began to have some response, and we began to sell in the market, Lebanese market. And in the Lebanese market, there are a lot of French brands, and all Lebanese used to give to love much more French product than Lebanese product. So it was very difficult.
So it started like a family company. And when you started to make the formulation of the cream, did you know the hive byproducts therapeutic properties before that? Did you know
Yes,
what the for example the honey and the propolis and the royal jelly therapeutic
yes,
properties?
yes. Yes, because I'm a pharmacist and my brother is a chemist, and we already knew about the high benefits of bee byproducts, like protecting the skin, also hydrating the skin, giving vitamins to the skin, regenerating the skin. So we knew all about it, but also we knew also that it was very stable in the formulation. It makes the formulation more stable because it kills any germ or bacteria inside the product. So we could stabilize and keep the product without any preserving material by using these bee byproducts. That was it, and the effects that the results were really, really so visible, so different from any other product in the market. That's why we proved to people the effect of bee byproducts through our products.
Perfect.
And
Yes, continue, please.
Yes, and first we thought, and we're still thinking about just the wellness, and this is our mission: wellness for people and the planet. So till now, we think about the well-being of the bees. We extract the bees in an ethical way. We don't bring any a bee byproduct if it knows it isn't extracted or taken in an ethical way. This is very important. And we also we source other ingredients also. We think about renewable sources, about ethical treatment along the way of sourcing. We think also about the plastic that all industries are generating, and about the global warming. And this is very important also. We are preparing and formulating water-free formulation now. Through time, we became more and more also sustainable, and not only talking about green cosmetology, but also about clean cosmetology, clean product, free from any preserving or coloring agent or any other toxic ingredient that may have like side effects on people or also on the planet, the environment. That's why also we wanted to reduce our by eliminating the plastic in our products, by maybe give it only one, and the refill will be like concentrated concentrated product that they will add the water themselves at home. So we are working on this formula, water-free formula, and this is very important for the future of cosmetics.
Perfect. Tell us, please, Maha, what is Beesline currently? What are your products, your market, your purpose, your vision for the future? And I want to know if you are a B Corp, if you are this type of specific company. No, okay.
No, we are working now. So we have already ISO 14001, which is the environmental management system. And in this, we also have a very positive thing. We could attain the zero industrial waste to landfill. So we don't have waste to landfill. We have just the human waste, which is, the toilet and the pads, which until now we didn't find the solution for this. But all the rest of our waste is being recycled and reduced to the minimum. We are also composting the food that comes from the people here in the plant. So we have zero waste, zero industrial waste to landfill. We also are working on our product life cycle. We are assessing all our products to diminish the impact of these products, diminish the quantity of plastic, of carton, cardboard. That's why we are condensing our products, and we are finding other forms of product like sticks. We are transforming in solid sticks with refill. Not only for deodorants, we have solid sticks for facial creams. We have solid sticks as wash for our shampoo. So we developed a full range of sticks, and now we are selling to Europe these products, to China, we are going also to USA. But our first now, we are registered in Europe. We have 35 products registered in Europe already, and distributed and marketed in Germany, in France, in Norway, and Sweden. And we are moving, and it needs a lot of marketing, but we have confidence because this year at Cosmoprof Bologna, which is a very big exhibition where you find 7,000 exhibitors and thousands of people. So we got a prize because 600 people presented their product for innovation and organic and natural, and Beesline got the prize for organic and natural innovation, because our innovation was about deodorant, and this deodorant is made with PCR. It's a post-recycled plastic. So you take the waste from the ocean, the plastic waste, and you make this bottle. And this bottle is called forever because the consumer will buy it, and with it there will be just powders in small paper sachet. So he will empty the powder, add water from not from the tap, but drinking water that you drink. You add the water, and you have deodorant for 1 month. You can use roll-on deodorant for 1 month, and after 1 month, you don't buy another bottle. You have this bottle for life, and just you have a sachet of powder with the concentrated ingredients. You add water, and this will eliminate, you eliminate all the transportation. It will eliminate all the volume. That in the shampoo you can find up to 90% water in the shampoo. We are preparing shampoos. You have the forever bottle, and you have sachet of powder. You put the powder into the bottle, you add water, and you have your shampoo for 20 days. And then when it finishes, you use another sachet of powder. And that the plastic is made from waste. So you are cleaning the earth, the planet, from this waste, and people are keeping this plastic and using it because the plastic is very resistant to anything. If you throw a bottle of plastic, it will stay 500 years without decomposition. And if it is decomposed, it goes into microplastic, and the microplastic, now fish, you can find plastic and microplastic into fish, and even into the food chain. We are eating microplastic, So a few years from now, you will have policies, you will have legal things against producer of plastic and against the plastic, even if it is made from virgin plastic, even if it's made from they say, sugar cane, not from fossil fuel, but from organic, like trees or plants. Even if the plastic is from plants, it will not biodegrade. So plastic is bad in all cases. Only if you reuse it, and if you make it from waste.
For sure, that's an amazing idea. How did you end up with that idea? Because is this the first product of this kind, where you use the plastic of the ocean and make these bottles? And how did you end up with this idea of that the customer prepare the product in their houses using the extract or the powder, for example, with the deodorant?
Yes, this is not a new idea. Now you can find supplier that will sell you PCR plastic, post-consumer recycled plastic. And now all people talking about sustainability, and the organization NGOs. You have the Ellen MacArthur Foundation, which is all about circularity. So
Okay.
now the circular, you don't produce, use, and then you throw. You produce, you use, and then you reuse. It's circular. So now everything will be from now on. You will find a lot of things transformed into the circular economy. For example, if you have a car, you will not throw it, but you will give it, and they will take all the parts of the car, and they will reproduce other parts, reuse it. It is called food, technological food, because it's anything you have. For example, if you take a cosmetic product, you have the part that will goes into the sink and the ocean, down the drain when you wash your face or your hair, or if you put cream, a part goes into the skin, but another part you will wash it. So it is organic, it will go into the ocean. That's why sometimes the cosmetic use plastic, nylon, and you can find nylon 12 when you read the ingredients of a powder for face. You can find also acrylamide. If you read also in the creams, sometimes they put plastic in the creams, and these plastic goes to the ocean, and they have very bad effect on the sea life. And sometimes it goes to the agriculture, and it comes back to us through food, toxic ingredients. The other part of the cosmetic product is the plastic and the carton. So the plastic will go to waste. Now, instead of going to waste, it will go to recycling. So everybody now in the cosmetics industry, they are thinking about using first, never use virgin plastic, virgin carton, virgin aluminum, metal, no virgin anymore. It should be reused, recycled. One. Second, never use not monomaterial, multi-material. For example, if you have a sachet, inside the sachet you have a face mask. Okay, the sachet from outside it's paper, and then from inside it's aluminum, and over the aluminum you have a plastic film to protect. So this is multi-layer. This you cannot recycle. So because you cannot recycle, preferably don't use it. Find another solution. That's why we have to think about everything. This is called design thinking. So, and this is in the life cycle of the product. Before developing any product, you stop, you think, you say, okay, this product will be thrown. The cycle, the life cycle of the product, the impact that will have on ecology, on the environment, it will be bad. So I stop doing it. I think about solution. That's why innovation in sustainability is very important. It's called eco-innovation. So eco-innovation in all industries is very important. We have to think before designing and then develop the product. For example, us in cosmetics, we think about the formula, the ingredient that we are going to choose. Are the ingredients bad for the ocean? Are they safe for humans? Are they bad for the environment? Before formulating any product, are these ingredients? It's not important that they are natural. It's important that to be biodegradable. So even if you synthesized a molecule, because this molecule you don't find it, for example, it's a good molecule, it will help you in cosmetics. You can't find it in nature, or because in nature maybe it's not renewable. You don't have the resources. You can synthesize it, but it should be biodegradable. This is very important. So you think always about the end life of the product. But for the package, same thing. You have to think about the end life of the package. How is the package going to be thrown? You have to write it. You have to maybe detach it to material. One in the with the cardboard, the other one with the for example, plastic. Which kind of plastic? Is it recyclable? Is it toxic? You have to think about everything and make different scenarios, and then make the best choice for the less impactful product to make it. This is very, very important for everybody, all industries.
Do you think that although this is very important for the environmental environment, this circular form of thing your business give you a competitive advantage over your competence, because the customers are thinking about more this kind of philosophy?
Yes, this is a very good question, because if a big company, not like us, we are still small company, but getting bigger, but in a very, sustainable way, bit by bit. We don't need to go big. We don't like to go big. We are accepting how we are going, like known, but we are working 100% in a sustainable way, in a way that will not make any put any human being or our environment, the planet, in danger. But because we are a small company, we are very flexible. We are agile. We move quickly. We can accept a small. We can accept to throw, not to throw. We can accept to change the product, even if our consumer know about the product and are used to the product, because we discovered, for example, that this product, the color that was before accepted, now this color is now prohibited, for example. We can change. For example, a plastic was accepted, and now a lot of things are going on, a lot of changes, new laws, etc. But most of all, we do not only go with the law, with the regulation, European regulation and FDA, etc. We do more because they are slow. We want to do more because there is no time, no more time for the planet. We have to do whatever because we will not exist anymore. It's not about us, it's about everybody, the whole planet. And because we are small, we can change. We can change faster than any other big firm that is selling quantities of products with their plastic. It's very hard for them to change, to do this change, to cut anything. We are ready now to stop. We are first. We are first in KSA selling the roll-on deodorant. We are in the pharmacies. The Beesline is the best selling deodorant in KSA, and this is have been given us by a third party, statistic company, and we are second in KSA. If you count also the supermarket, with the pharmacies, we are second. With all the brands, all the brands, and we are now ready to stop selling the product like this, but to put on the shelf an empty bottle with powders, and to tell them you take one and you don't take another bottle anymore, and we stop selling our product and we sell some powder instead of it, less expensive, without the water.
And the customer can find the powder in the same supermarket.
Yes, if we go there, we will do this. We will sell one PCR plastic bottle called Forever bottle, and we will sell sachet of the concentrated ingredients, and they will add the water, and then the second time they will, if they already have can just buy the sachets. The sachets will be present. Like when you have sugar, you can open a box of sachet, and then you can take 1, 3, 4, 5. For 6 months, you have 6 sachet. For 1 year, you have 12 sachet. You can change the fragrance. You can take this fragrance and another time another fragrance. Even the effect, because we have different deodorant with different effects. So that's it. We are flexible. The flexibility and the agility. This is your question. What your question was about?
Yes, because we are flexible and agile, and that gives you a key advantage.
Yes, and accepting to change. We wanting to change above anything else. Wanting to eliminate the plastic.
How many products do you have with this mechanism in which the customer can reconstitute the product in their houses? Only deodorant, or there are other products?
No, we have a lot. We have. If you want to go into details, now I can tell you. In the Middle East, we sell normal products. Okay, the formula is green. It's safe. No product that can bad for the environment. This for him. As what we are moving to, what we went to Europe with, because it depends also. You have to work on your client, on the consumer, etc. So in Europe, they found it as innovation. But if we are going to install both to begin both in the Middle East and in Europe, this project. So we tried it in Europe, and they was and it was not it was what we proposed was the deodorant, and we sent samples, and there was a jury, and they checked the sample in Paris and in Italy. But we have face creams, we have shampoos, we have even the toothpaste, but toothpaste is already known as we have pills of toothpaste is already in the market. It's not new, but we made even serums. We made the cleansing micellar water in the form of powder. We have all kinds of products with where transport. It's been 1 year and a half we are working on these formulas. We have a team of 15 people in our research and development lab, and we are working full time on developing these ingredients, these products. We have also, so we developed around 15 products like this in a formula, like powder formula, and we developed also this. It's been almost 4 years working on the sticks formula. So we have sticks because in the powder you cannot put, you cannot use wax, you cannot use oil in the powder. You have emulsion, you can use small quantities. So you can do creams with the powder, anything powder, but you cannot do sticks, when it is a stick, it's another formula. So we have a line of sticks. These sticks do not contain water or are almost waterless, but you have wax in it, you have oils, and you have active ingredients. So have a line of sticks with all also face cream, serums, shampoos, wash, facial wash, rinse off and leave on products for the whole 35 kinds of sticks, different formula for sticks. And we have also the line of the powders and the forever bottle. And we have another small also adjustment. Sometimes you go to sport, for example, to the gym, or you travel. So you can have a small box of pills, and these pills are for one use. You have a pill as a face wash. So you put a little bit of water and you wash with a pill. And then you have another pill, which is a face cream. Maybe you need some moisturization. So you put water, and you have also sun filter and a small pill. So these are called once. And the one you use with the powder are called forever. So we have once and forever. So this is also a new idea. This is also going also into market without, the pills are in a jar, in a glass jar, small glass jar, like the jar for pills. And then you take you have for your personal use, like when you put your medicine, your pills in a box, you can put your pills and take with you to when you travel. So you have a pill for wash, you have another pill for shampoo, for example, maybe moisturizer, and you have your pills in a small box, and you don't use any plastic bottle, you don't use any volume. They are all in small pills. This is an innovation also.
Excellent. So the idea for the future is that maybe all your products are reconstitutable. All the products, the sticks, the toothpaste, shampoo, rinse, everything.
Yeah. But because
and
I'm
the use of
passionate,
the forever bottles.
Yes, I'm talking a lot about this, but I thought about talking also about the bees. So uh, this is passion. When I talk about the subject, it goes.
Of course, we can talk about
Yes.
the environmental impact of bees too, because this is a very interesting problem, which is the impact of the bees in the environmental, but not only the Apis mellifera, but the solitary bees too. But before we enter to that topic, I want to finish this first part asking you. It seems like plastic is everywhere in our environment. That is ubiquitous. Did you find maybe plastic in the beehive byproducts, in honey or propolis?
Yes, you can find maybe some in maybe I think in production, the production of the beehive, because when someone begins to produce bees at the beginning, he brings a beekeeper, for example, a new beekeeper. He asked for the bee the cells, the board with the cells. So he brings them from somewhere, and it's mainly paraffin wax. Sometimes it contains plastic, but it's not pure beeswax. So when he brings also the bees and the queen, and he put them together at the beginning, Then they continue to produce beeswax, but the beeswax that originates from paraffin. So that's what a beekeeper once told me. It's a small beekeeper. He told me you can never find, because I wanted to ethically source from his beekeeping farm. So he said you will never find a pure beeswax in a beehive, because they always begin with paraffin. They always begin with some plastic. So this is the reality. It's always mixed. Then in other products of the beehive, like byproducts, if they are the bees are next crop, or agricultural place, you can find also in the honey. You can find antibiotics when they are treated by antibiotics. Also, you can find insecticides from the flowers or from the crop. You can find a lot of toxic traces in the bee byproducts, even in royal jelly, even in the propolis. But you know that the bee doesn't produce all its byproducts. The bee has glands. There is three kinds of glands and three kinds of product produced by the bee. But three other products are the bee bring them to the hive and transform them a little bit before keeping them. And all is used all the bee byproducts are used differently by the bees. So the royal jelly is produced by a gland, hypopharyngeal gland, with its highly concentrated in amino acids and things that like growth hormones. It is food for the small pupa, the larvae, and for the queen. Specifically, nobody eats royal jelly, only the larvae and the queen. The honey is brought to the beehive from the nectar, as a nectar, and the bees, they eat it, and it goes through its stomach and under the enzymes, and it goes back into in the cells. And then you have the beeswax. It's purely produced by the bees. You have 4 glands that produce beeswax by the bee, and you have 2 different kinds of beeswax. You have the beeswax that is made it's harder. The bees use it to build the beehive, and you have another kind. It's white and lighter. It's to cover the cell where they put the nectar after they aerate it and it becomes honey. They cover it. It's another kind of beeswax. And then you have the honey is from the propolis is also collected by the bees from tree sap. It's resinous, it's thick, it's very, very rich in flavonoids. And these flavonoids have antiviral, antifungal, antimicrobial, antibacterial effect. And the bees covers all the beehive inside of the beehive with this propolis. And even if there is a body in their inside the beehive, they cover it to protect it from disintegrating and from bacteria. So the purest place in nature is the inside the beehive, because it contains propolis. And propolis means pro, it's a Greek. The Greek used to use it in their medicine. Pro is protecting, and polis is the city. Polis, like
Yes.
Heliopolis. So it's protecting the city of bees. And we in Beesline, we use the propolis also in small quantities, some few products like a dandruff shampoo because it's antifungal and the dandruff originates from a fungus.
Yes.
In hygienic also washes, feminine wash, because it protects from fungus also as well. You have studies, many studies. And we use it also, the propolis, in acne control product because it kills the bacteria, it acts against the bacteria, it's an antibacterial. So it's very, very efficient, and we don't care about the fragrance because it has a pungent and fragrance, and it's brownish. So our products are brownish, and we don't care. The color of the shampoo is brown. The color of the soap is brown, dark brown. The color of the solution for cold sore is brown, but it's extremely effective.
What is the environmental impact? Now we can enter in this topic. The environmental impact of the bees, especially Apis mellifera and solitary bees, and what is the difference between those
Okay.
species?
So before, people asked about if the bees are, if our product that we use, we don't, for example, do destruction of the beehives for the bees, etc. So we search a lot to find ethically sourced, because we have only small producer of bee byproducts in Lebanon. So we searched worldwide, and we found some suppliers for ethically produced bee byproducts. But when they say ethical, they only talk about the human society, so that it's small beekeepers, and that these beekeepers are keeping bees to get some money for the end of the month, etc. In Africa, for in societies like they are helping by taking this product. They are helping humans, but nobody is thinking about the well-being of the bees themselves, the honeybees. The honeybees, they are not well treated by human. They are put they are asked to produce like if they are slaves of human being. They are taken from crop to crop to pollinate, but they are working for a human being. This is not the well-being of the bees. The bees to be kept, even the honeybees or the bumblebees, because they also are managed by human, because bumblebees help to pollinate some specific crops, because some crops need a buzzing, like vibration to put out the pollen, in order to the pollen to get out of the plant, of the flower. It needs vibration. So humans are using bumblebees to go and pollinate this specific kind of so bumblebees and honeybees only are societal bees. They live in society. But you know how many honeybee species? You have 7 only. You know how many wild bees that are not, they live solitary bees? You have 20,000 species of wild bees. So the difference, and why it is important to keep the wild bees, because when you have a lot of honeybees, so first you want to treat the honeybees and the bumblebees in a good way, not to make them to like elevate, keep them as slaves for a human, to let them be, to not to go every time and check on them, not to give them antibiotic even if they are not if they are in a good health, not as a prevention, not to make them eat from one crop, because it will diminish their immunity. So a lot of things a human is doing for this bees to take in order to have honey before it's time. They give them sugar. They give them sugar in order to produce honey before it's time, because they need honey from them. And they give them sugar and take their honey. And the honey is a food for the bees. Their food. This is their food, their energy. So in order to produce 1 kilo of beeswax, bees need to eat 20 kilos of honey, kilo of beeswax. Because the honey, they collected. The beeswax, they produce it themselves. So to keep alive, bees need honey. And the humans are taking their food, the food of the bees. So we have to treat them in a good way. We have to diminish our consumption of honey. We don't have to eat so much honey every day. We know how we have to reduce our consumption in meat also, because meat also is polluting. So humans must know that they can take everything and in the quantity they want. They have to reduce their consumption. This is sustainability. To keep something for, not for everything for us, to keep something for else, for another human being or for another living being, any living being. Not to take all the water, not to take all the food, etc. So honeybees should be well treated and not in a slave way, and let them eat their food, take much less from them, and also not grow them in order to have more honey, and they will in high density. And when you have on a surface of land very high density of honeybees, they will not leave food for other kind of pollinators, and that's what's happening. And other kind of pollinators, when they will not find food for them, they will die. And when they will die, the plant that they forage on, because honeybees forage on specific plants, okay, and a little bit less on other plants. The solitary bees, they forage on another kind of species of plants, you know. So if they die, the plants that they pollinate will die, and the biodiversity will disappear, will diminish. And now we are at the point where our biodiversity on the planet is going less than zero. It's going down. So we have to stop that. We have to give people like awareness. Tell them there is other pollinators than honeybees. You have to keep food. Density of honeybees shouldn't go very high in certain space. We have to let the other pollinators be. We have 20,000 species of wild bees, and these wild bees, nobody knows about them. Even the best scientists don't give time to search, to find. For example, in Lebanon, we have more species than in Germany. Germany, they have 300 different species of wild bees. In Lebanon, we have almost 1,000 species. And you know why? The difference, why? Because there was at a certain time the ice age. When the ice age, it's very long time ago, a lot of insects went to better climate, not very cold. They went to hotter, and they found Lebanon, and the mountains of Lebanon stopped them there, and they lived there. So a lot of species, different species of pollinators are there, and Lebanon is a historical museum. There is species that nobody knows about, because I know a doctor that did research on wild bees. She's a Lebanese, and now she's in Brussels, but She has a research. She did a research, and she discovered 3, 4, 5 species unknown from the whole world. Diversity, it's very good. If they find new species that doesn't exist in Europe, they can take them back, take part of them. And because these species of pollinators will help seeds, if we put seeds of some plants, will help these plants to grow, and will pollinate these plants, and the biodiversity will be richer. That's why we have to think about these wild bees and to grow them and to help them sustain.
This is a very big challenge because you know that in Europe and in many places, in many countries in the world, the monofloral crops are very common and
Yes.
they are very extensive, and they use the Apis mellifera, for example, for pollinate those crops. How and that's a big challenge. How do you think it can start a change in this kind of monofloral crops, or it can start a change in the beekeeping way of work in order to work more ethically with the Apis mellifera, and to don't put in risk the life of the other species that are very important, as you say, because they are very specific pollinators of specific plants, and they can disappear if the population of the Apis mellifera increase very much.
Yes, it's awareness. We have to talk about it. Like now, you and me, we are talking about it. We have to talk. We have to tell everybody. We have to go to schools and tell the children, because they are the future future population of this earth. We have to talk to responsible, to NGOs maybe, to go to research centers and see who is maybe for us to help the people that the very little quantity of people that are working on these on researches, maybe to add like courses to university, maybe to like make some buzz about and we have prepared a kind of flyer, and we on this flyer we put also a small envelope with native seeds of Lebanon, and we are distributing it online for all our consumers. The flyer is about the wild bees, the solitary bees, explaining the species, explaining everything I told you, and how we can help them live. We have also all kinds of native flowers on which wild bees eat. So we are distributing this. Lately, we printed 10,000, and we are giving to all our customers. If they want to grow the seed, they do a small tick on with their order, and we will send them a small sachet of fresh and native seeds. And believe me, it was very hard to find these seeds and very expensive, because it's very hard to find native seeds, for biodiversity. It's an NGO that is working on this. So we brought the seeds, we mixed them together, and we put 1 gram of this mixture in a paper envelope, and we are distributing for those who will be able to plant them, not to throw them like for anyone. And this is a kind of awareness campaign.
Excellent. It is important to bring awareness that when we say we have to save the bees, we're not only talking about the honeybees. That there are 20,000 species of solitary
Yes,
bees that are really really important to the environment. So save the bees is not only take action for the honeybees, but take action for all the bees.
yes.
That's pretty
Both bees
important.
and other pollinators also. You have the beetles, you have the wasps. People used to kill them just because they are maybe a burden of. You have to awake them. These are pollinators, these are insects. About the biodiversity, it's very important to talk about biodiversity on this earth because humans are killing everything, eliminating everything, the air, the water, our resources. We cannot live without air, without water, without other beings because it's a circle. Everybody needs uh, the other. So we have to be aware. Human beings are not aware. A lot of them.
For sure. Um, thank you, Maha, for this interview.
Thank you, David.
This was. I'm very glad to know all the work that you are doing with Beesline. I'm fall in love with your company because what you are doing in innovation and the impact, the environmental impact that you have with your company is very positive, and I'm looking forward, and I hope that you continue with this work not only in the Middle East, not only Europe and the United States, but also in Latin America. Do you have plans for the future to enter to this market?
A few years ago, we went and we made like a contract with in Ecuador. So we have some product in Ecuador and maybe
Mm,
in Chile, but that's it. But we love to go there. We love to go there, and it will be. I know you have a very nice nature there. You have very nice places, and you people also are great people, warm people. Yes, we love to be there, to be everywhere, and we also we are not thinking about like gain, about money. We want to continue living. We don't we don't want to have more than we need. What are we going to do with it? I'm hungry. I eat my plate. I don't need anything else. I will wait for the next day. This is how we have to think. We have to think about living together, accepting everybody else, and not only thinking about us, and not only thinking about a human being, thinking about monkeys, about I don't know, about the fish. All have the right to live.
that's for sure. And here in Latin America, you have a great variety of beehive products. We have a great
Yes.
variety of bees without stinger. That is a special species of bees. So I'm looking forward you can have your products here in Latin America and work with all these beehive derivatives that we have.
Yes,
Thank
and you have
you.
a great nature. You have to keep. Don't take the forests. You have to fight for the forest to 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 keep them.
The forest, the Amazon forest, and
Yeah,
yes, you have to fight for it.
yeah.
Thank you, Maha. It was a pleasure and an honor to having you
Thank
here
you,
in our
David.
program.
Thank you for this opportunity, and
Thank
see
you.
you again.